Welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast. I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I'm Jaja.
And we are back bringing you all our thoughts on everything happening in nerd culture. How have you guys been?
Been pretty good. Relaxed.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I hope your weeks were full of nerdy things. Let's get it. Let's get into that. Who wants to go first?
I'll kick us off here.
All right.
So I did start House of Dragons.
Great.
I watched it Sunday. I only seen one episode. Are there 2 episodes out?
No, there's only one episode.
The second one comes out today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I have to preface, guys, when we talk about, we record on Sundays and our episodes come out on Tuesdays. Maybe our episodes come out on Tuesdays. So like we're gonna be like a week behind when we talk about House of Dragons. So in this episode that you're listening to, we're not talking about this episode that came out this Sunday.
The first episode.
Well, we're talking about the first episode. That just want to preface that.
Yeah, so I started that, and then so I remember last episode we said that Dragon Ball Z movie's out. I think immediately after we finished recording, I went to see it. So I
saw
enjoyed
too.
that a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She-Hulk, I watched that, of course. Then I've been playing Multiverses. Rick just came out, or Morty just came out, so that's been pretty fun.
Talk about that. Okay.
Yeah. And then so my cosplay, they had made a picture, like a digital print of me. So they sent me that. It looked really good. We definitely got to post it. I don't have it pulled up right now,
James's people out here making fan art of his cosplay. James is famous.
James looks like an anime character, legit. Like
I'm gonna change it to it's gonna be my profile pic on everything. But I was so hyped when he sent it because I was like, man, someone seen a picture of me was like inspired to make some art. Like, this is pretty cool. So
you should cosplay for you should cosplay for every con and become like a famous cosplayer.
I don't know about that one. I'm gonna try my best though. I'll see what I can do.
It already happened, kind of.
Might have been beginner's luck. I don't want to latch on to it and get disappointed if it doesn't happen. But yeah, I definitely will cosplay more often though.
Yeah, you definitely should.
Listen, I'm a hype up James even more right now because I was looking for him in Multiverses, right? I'm like, yo, send me an invite. So he sends me his name and I search him up and I already have him. You must have found me. But
oh yeah, I sent it.
I checked out his stats. I'm like, yo, this dude is almost like in the I mean, it's not a super high ranking, but like being almost in the 500,000 mark, the top 500,000. Yeah, that's pretty high.
I do be up there sweating it up sometimes.
I'm like 12 million in the rankings. So I'm like, I was like, oh, dad, this guy recent win rate is 100%. I'm like, yo, I gotta link up with James, get my ranking up.
Oh yeah, we gotta run some. We'll definitely run some this week.
I have to get more into that game. I want to be into it like you guys are, but I'm just not. I'm just not. Maybe it's because it's not. I feel like it's not as button mash friendly as Super Smash Bros. Is, and that's why I'm having a hard time. Because that is where I thrive on games when you can button mash effectively.
You know what else I miss? The local co-op play. Like you can't just get 4 controllers and hop on this game. You can't even make a room and invite 4 people and just have a custom lobby yet. I don't think, but
yeah, I thought you could.
Yeah, you can do custom lobbies.
You can do a custom lobby. Mm-hmm.
Oh, then you just can't hop on with 4 controllers then.
Yeah. Maybe like local play. But you
maybe I gotta try that. I haven't tried it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just lying on the game. My bad, Multiverses. My bad.
Yeah, we should play one day. That'd be fun. Okay, I guess I'll go next.
I had one more. Yeah, one more nerdy thing. So I started a new series. So Jaja, I think you'll really like this one. It's called Solo Leveling. Has anyone heard of that one?
Is that an anime? Or is that a
I think I started I think it's like a webtoon.
Okay, it's a webtoon. But they're making an anime next year. So I wanted to finish it before the anime comes out next year. So I mean, I definitely should finish it, but it's really good. So I'll probably definitely finish it really soon here. I'm only about 7-8 chapters in, and out of, I think it's like 160. So, and I like the webtoons because they're like full color panels each time. So I'm gonna definitely start checking out more webtoons.
Nice. What's it called?
And it's like
Solo Leveling.
I feel like I've heard about that.
A little bit.
Kinda, yeah. So the main character, it's like an RPG style. Like the main character he does dungeon raids, but he's a super low rank, and then he's like in a group of people doing a dungeon raid. But it's not like he got transported to some world and now he's in a video game. It's like the premise of the world is an RPG essentially.
I feel like I've heard of this. Like, I feel like I've heard people talking about it. I'll check it out. Well,
Yes,
where does one read webtoons?
Yeah, they have like various webtoon websites that you can subscribe to, or yeah, you can subscribe and then get access to a whole bunch of different webtoons. So
the app that I used to read mangas has the webtoons on it as well. So
Oh,
I
okay.
get it.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever read a webtoon. Yeah, I don't know where to find them, but I'll look for them. Maybe I wasn't just looking hard enough. But yeah.
that's it for me though.
I'll go next so I watched House of Dragons, of course. I watched She-Hulk. I attempted to start reading Lord of the Rings, but I gave up like 3 times this week because I don't know. I find Tolkien's writing style to be very odd a little bit. So I feel like
I hate to interrupt you, Shannon, but
Yeah.
so I finished Harry Potter this week. So I finished all of them. Yeah.
Wait, not all of them. You finished 4 to 7, or did you start from the beginning?
I finished the main line. Yeah. So
the shade.
It's not the main line.
I didn't get into this minute though.
You should have started from the third one.
I finished the books.
Okay. You finished the books or the movies?
Well, the movies that were from the books.
Oh, okay. I thought you like read all the books this week. I was about to say, what are you talking
absolutely
about?
Not. Yeah.
It's not possible.
Yeah, I finished Half-Blood Prince 1 and 2 yesterday, and yeah, I'm all wrapped up. So I'm an official Harry Potter fan.
Not Half-Blood Prince, the Deathly Hallows, you mean?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Maybe I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but yeah, the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2. I finished.
Okay, and so now, what's your opinion on Harry Potter? Do you like it more?
I mean, I never disliked it. I just never finished it. I don't know why.
But you weren't really so you weren't really a fan before because you never finished it. Are you a fan now?
I mean, I did my Sorting Hat and all that stuff. I don't think I'm going to decorate my entire house of Harry Potter. But
what house are you in?
Gryffindor.
G's really up, nice.
Okay, yeah, you're a Harry Potter fan if you claim in a house. So, yeah, it's official.
Oh man, Harry Potter cosplay coming soon.
Wait, are you in a house, Jaja?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, this guy's a fraud.
A fraud. I told y'all that how many times. I'm Lord of the Rings for life. Let's go.
I am a Hufflepuff, so that's me.
Okay, that's cute. I can throw some Harry Potter shade now.
I think you're not the first Gryffindor that I know. I know one. Okay, but that's cool. What was I saying?
What is the other house? There's 3 houses, right?
There's 4.
Yeah, Ravenclaw and Slytherin.
Yeah, Ravenclaw, Slytherin.
Okay, I've only heard Hufflepuff and Gryffindor. I guess those are the most popular ones.
Wait, do you not watch Harry Potter at all? Wait, I'm confused. Wait, Jaja. I thought you've seen it. I'm confused.
No, I've seen one movie that I like.
Oh,
the rest of them I couldn't get through.
Oh man. Oh, so you're just really not. Okay, that explains a lot. Okay. You guys, Harry Potter's amazing. I'm very disappointed. Well, not so much. James, you're good now because you watched it. But Jaja, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I'm valid.
Harry Potter. But it was either like one or the other. So you like Lord of the Rings, so like that makes sense to me. That you didn't like Harry Potter. But yeah, I attempted to read Lord of the Rings like 3 times this week. His writing style is kind of weird. So then I picked it up yesterday and tried again. I was like, I don't want to give up completely. So I tried again. I skipped over the prologue because I realized it was a prologue that was really boring. And now I'm like sort of into it. So I'll probably read it for real now. But yeah, I didn't get as far as I would have wanted to before this podcast, which is very hard. It was like a lamb or like a sheep was reading me a bedtime story. That's what his writing style reminds me of. So I don't know. But I'm gonna try again.
Listen, I'm sure they have the audio book. You can sit there and just listen to it.
Yeah, maybe. That's a good idea. I should probably do that, actually. That's a good idea. Rings of Power comes out this week. That's the Lord of the Rings show. It comes out on Amazon. It starts on September 2nd.
So much stuff to watch.
Yeah. Early reviews, or like everyone, like the early reviews say that the show is actually really, 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 really good. So I really want to watch that. I don't know how much prior knowledge of Lord of the Rings you have to have before watching this show. So I'm like, should I just abandon the books and watch the movies so that I can know something? I don't know. But I definitely want to watch it. It'll be interesting to watch 2 like medieval shows at the same time. So
and if you want some, if you're looking for other Game of Thrones type shows, Amazon actually has another show that's advertised as this is as good as or better than Game of Thrones.
What show is that?
Wheels of Time.
Oh, Wheels
Have
of
you ever seen that
Time.
ad?
Yes, I have.
That ad comes on all the time, and it looks interesting. I don't know if it's on Game of Thrones level, but it might be worth the watch. And then The Last Kingdom on Netflix, I heard, is up there.
I heard that Wheels of Time is actually good. I that's on my list. I'll get around to it. So read that. What else did I feel like I'm forgetting something. I have not touched Elden Ring this week. I think I'm a little scarred. So because
have you touched the console at all
this week? I did, but like to play Fall Guys and Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
So like not really.
That counts.
It does a little bit, yeah. But I'm a little scarred. I don't like being stuck, and right now I'm stuck on what's her name? Queen Renala. Yeah, I'm stuck there, and like I just don't want to be frustrated, so I just haven't picked it back up yet. But this week
Shannon,
I will probably
just give in and go online and say, "Yo, looking for runes," and somebody will give you a whole bunch of runes.
Yeah, or I can just summon. I want to summon somebody to just come in and help me. I think.
Oh, that.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna end up doing that. Because I don't feel like being angry. I don't want to hate the game. I want to finish it without having to test for it. So someone has to come help me. Someone help me, please. DM me on Instagram if you play.
I remember one of the times I summoned somebody to come help me. They came into the game and was getting washed with me. I was like, yo, what's going on?
Wait, so I've never used.
But I think
no. Go ahead.
Sometimes I think they like if the person is like super higher level than you, they like scale them down to your level.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
But they still are like a lot stronger than you. But
yeah,
it was funny.
So wait, I've never used the summon system. Is it just random people that you're summoning, or can you summon someone that you actually know that you're like?
You can do either or.
Oh, okay.
When you do the summon, like it's like a public summon, but you can like do like a password on it and make it private, pretty much.
So do I have to summon them when I'm already in the fight, or can I summon them before? Okay.
No, you summon them like right outside the door.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And they walk in with you.
Got it. I'm gonna do that.
I don't like the way they do the summoning. It's like feels like it's too many steps.
It is a lot of steps, and sometimes it takes a while. Because like I was doing a side quest where you have to invade somebody else's world like 3 times in order to, and like I was trying to do it, and like it just wasn't working. But I like if it worked eventually, but I feel like it was like all super slow. And I invaded somebody's world.
The item.
Yeah.
If you don't have the item, you can't do the summon. It's like that's why. Yeah.
I invaded somebody's world and was not having a good time in there. So I just had to leave. I was like, all right, I don't want to die. I don't want to die here. So I had to, that was interesting though. That was fun. I think that's it though. Did I do anything else? Nope. That's it for me. Jaja, what did you do?
What did I do? So I have watching the Dragon Ball Z movie was on my list.
Sorry, I missed that. Yep.
Mm-hmm. I didn't watch it, but we could talk about it a little bit.
You didn't watch it. Oh
yeah,
man.
I need another week. I'm sorry. It was busy.
We'll do a non-spoiler.
Game of Thrones. I watched House of Dragons, I watched the 2nd episode of She-Hulk. I started reading Dragon Ball Z actually while I'm watching My Hero. So trying to catch up in that because I don't know if you heard about the new power up in the manga. Mm-mm. Dare I spoil?
Go ahead, do it.
I haven't read it yet, so it's just a headline I read. But supposedly Frieza gets another power up and he takes down Goku and Vegeta in their top level forms right now. So
is that why Frieza's been trending?
It's like a black Frieza.
Okay, yeah, I've been seeing like black Frieza memes.
Yeah, he looks fire. He looks fire.
They put like waves on him and Tims or black Air Forces. I've been dying at those all week.
Yo, that is funny. But so I'm reading that. I'm also watching My Hero. I'm like at the end of the 3rd season. So before I start the 4th season, I'm gonna watch the movie because I haven't seen that movie yet. Neither movies for My Hero. So
okay.
Be able to talk about that next week. I'm still on multiverses. Like James said, Morty came out and he's an interesting character in the game. Like his moves are pretty like weird, kind of on the expert level. Like those expert level characters in the games, like you really got to learn their moves to be able to like utilize them, because it's not a button mashing game, like you said, Shannon.
No,
But
I learned that the hard
I've realized the characters I win the most with are Shaggy and Wonder Woman, and those happen to be the beginner characters. So maybe that says something about me or the game or both. I don't know. But yeah, I find I win a lot more with Shaggy and Wonder Woman, and still working it with LeBron, even though they kind of nerfed him a little bit. And one of my favorite moves isn't as powerful, the slam dunk. You know what I'm talking about, James? Where he slam dunks the ball, and there used to be like a wave that shoots out. And if you got caught in the slam or the wave, it's like you're getting pounded. But they got rid of the wave. So now you got to like really catch them with it.
Oh.
So
that sounds like it. Why are they doing that? Because they just don't want it to be super. They don't want these characters to be OP.
Yeah, game balancing.
Yeah, they balance the game all the time. Like last week when James was talking about they nerfed Finn to make him a little bit weaker, but I think they nerfed him again to give him a buff.
You hardly ever see any Finns, so yeah, they nerfed him way too much.
I've been seeing some Finns. I thought he got a buff just last week after the nerf, but
I'll have to look at the patch notes. I've been using Jake lately.
Okay, yeah, Jake was on. I was about to buy Jake, but I was holding off. But anyway, Multiverses is dope as hell. What else have I been doing? I think that's it for me.
All right, that sounds like a packed. Everyone had a semi-nerdy week this week, so that's good. So let's get into some stuff happening this week. Sorry, James, were you about to transition us? I just cut it.
Oh no, yeah, you're fine.
Okay, well, Gamescom. Sorry, my transition is not as clever as James. Gamescon happened this past week. I didn't actually watch it, but I saw some of the stuff afterwards. I don't know, James. Did you watch it, or did you?
Yeah, I watched I think the second day I watched most of it live. I just had it pulled up while I was working. So I saw a lot of things that I was really interested in playing. So Dead Island 2, I'm not usually like a huge zombie game fan, but the main character looks like a black person, so looks like I'm going to check that one out.
Nice.
Simply for that fact, if for no other reason. But there's a lot of cool games that are like kind of trending now. So High on Life. Yeah, there have been a lot of clips circulating about that, how the weapons are personified, so they have their personalities.
For anyone who didn't know, High on Life is like a Rick and Morty inspired game from the creators, and yeah, it's on my list of games that I'm gonna pre-install. I'll be playing that day one. It looks, you can tell just from the look of the game that it's inspired by them. Like,
yeah. When's this coming out? When's that coming out?
Oh my god, I just had the date because I just put it to pre-install, but it's not coming out for a couple months. I think in December.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah,
that'll be
December 13th.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right around the corner. So yeah, that Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
I'm sorry, but I just have to mention the premise of the game, High on Life, is that these aliens come and want to harvest humans to use to get high. So yeah. Just had to throw that in there.
that sounds like a Rick and Morty episode.
Yep.
That sounds like something I want to play. For sure. That sounds interesting. What else, James? What else did you see?
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So that's based on the movie. Yeah, they're having a game now.
What a throwback.
Right. We have
I feel like that has a lot of potential. 3-on-7, like we have a lot of games like that right now. Like I think Friday the 13th.
Yeah, so the same director is behind this one.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yep, and we got Where the Winds Meet. So it's essentially Ghost of Tsushima, but based in China. And this one looks really interesting. So it's a medieval China open world RPG, and then you have a lot more character freedom, so you can be different. You can have different jobs essentially in the game. So you can do horse riding, combat, hunting, a lot of different things. It's a more of a choose your own destiny kind of thing versus a linear storyline. So I'll definitely be checking that one out.
Is this coming out on Xbox?
Yeah, it's coming out on everything.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is gonna blow Ghost of Tsushima out of the water.
Wait, was Ghost of
Tsushima
only, was that exclusive to PlayStation?
I believe it was an exclusive because I never got a chance of playing it. Not even close.
Yeah,
That's one of those games on PlayStation that had me looking over there for sure.
Is that game hard, James? What is the difficulty level of Ghost of Tsushima?
It's not hard. It's so the difficulty level is based on like it's one of those stealth games. So if you're not like if you want to just run in there and just kill all the Mongols, then
I know I love stealth.
Yeah, you got to be good at brawling. So you can cater your character towards that play style, but it benefits you to play more stealth like.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm gonna go next after my Elden Ring phase is over. Maybe I'll play that.
Yeah, I have the director's cut for that, but I haven't. I've been playing it. I've been playing Multiverses, so maybe this week I'll probably get through that. I think the director's cut is maybe like 3 more hours worth of game content.
Oh, nice.
So I can probably knock that out this week.
Good chunk. Okay.
Yeah. Dead Space 4. Not really my genre of game, but that's coming out.
Nope. Can't play that.
Forspoken. It looks like that movie Dune. The trailer.
Yeah, it does. It does. That looks cool. Maybe I'll play that too. Oh my god, so many games that I want to play now.
Yeah, if they're saying it's Devil May Cry style, like ready for one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. They showed more gameplay from the Sonic game that's coming out, the kind of open world Sonic. So that's coming real soon. And then Moonbreaker is a Warhammer game. So any Warhammer fans out there got something new to look forward to. And those are the games that stuck out to me.
What about Lies of P? Did that stick out to you at all?
Lies of P. Yeah, I look like a zombie kind of game. I know I just said I was going to get that Dead Island, but yeah, this is not the zombie game that I'm looking forward to. So
this is like a Dark Souls game. So yeah, James ain't messing with this one.
That's
Elden Ring, Dark Souls style.
I would not want to play a zombie based Dark Souls style game. So like I'm gonna be scared and I'm not gonna be able to. I'm not gonna be able to play.
Isn't that what Bloodborne is?
I've never played Bloodborne. I've never played that game either though.
I've heard a lot of good things about Bloodborne. Another game that has me looking over at PlayStation.
Lots of things have you looking over at PlayStation.
But I think we're getting a game that's going to be very similar to it on the Xbox very soon. I forget what the name of it is off the top of my head, but I remember watching a video saying, "Oh, it might be this game."
Did they
Go ahead.
Did they talk about Skull and Bones at all? Because I'm gonna buy that game when it comes out. It's like the pirate game. No.
No, I didn't.
No. Okay. Did you have?
There was like a Vikings on Trampoline game though.
Oh, what?
You said. Yeah, there's a game called Vikings on Trampoline.
That sounds okay.
It looks like a platform fighter though.
Have you seen anything? Have you heard of Skull and Bones though, or no?
No, let me look it up now.
Oh my god, no one's heard of it. But like I saw some gameplay from it the other day, and I was like, this looks like it's gonna be interesting. It comes out in November. I'm gonna buy that. Jaja, have you heard of it?
No.
It's coming out for both systems and PC also. But yeah, every time I talk about it, no one has heard about it.
Ubisoft game, okay.
Yeah, it's like a pirate game.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to look it up. And
look it up. Look it up.
It's coming out this year, you said, right?
Yeah, it's coming out November.
Okay. Also at Gamescom, we had the reveal of the PlayStation Pro controller. So the DualSense Edge.
We did, and it looks cool. I'll be getting a DualSense Edge controller.
So I was initially looking into.
Wait, time out. We have to take a brief pause. I'm sorry to cut you off, James, but I just typed in Skull and Bones into Google, and the first thing that came was like the little icon Skull and Bones video game. So I clicked that, and the little images advertisement that they gave me are pretty interesting.
Is it men's underwear?
Yes, I was pretty surprised. I was thrown off by that. Okay, moving on. I was like, wait. I'm talking to y'all, and I just look down and there's a whole bunch of G-strings in my face. What's going on? A whole bunch of Speedos. But anyway, what were you saying, James? My bad.
Oh no, so the DualSense Edge is coming to PS5. It's a customizable Pro controller. So typically Pro controllers, the advantage is you have buttons on the back so that your thumbs never have to leave the analog sticks. So yeah, right now Scuf kind of has the market cornered of Pro controllers for both systems. But yeah, so I was about to get a PS5 Scuf, but now that they're releasing a PlayStation version, once I learn more about this, I can make a better decision of which one I'll get. So It looks pretty good though. And then they have the analog mod controller. So if you ever start to get stick drift, rather than having to replace your entire controller, you can just buy new analog sticks. So that'll be a plus. I'm sure it'll cost a pretty penny though.
Do you think it'll compete with Xbox's controller? Because I had that point later in the rundown. Jaja.
Do I think so? Yes, it's a little too new to really be
That's true
on fair ground with it.
I'm gonna go ahead and give that to y'all. Like y'all got the control, y'all had the controller market because y'all been kind of innovative with the controller. But what I'm gonna say is this controller should be better than the one that's out right now. But will it be better than the Eli Series 2 controller that's coming out? That's another question.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I've always hated
hopefully they got more colors.
I've always hated the Xbox controller. That's why I could never get into playing Xbox. So
Yeah. You just love starting fights on this podcast. It's all right. I'm gonna let that one slide.
With our new PlayStation Pro Edge controllers, we can play in these PlayStation tournaments that are coming to PS5 as well.
Yes.
Hey, multiverses. Let's go.
Yeah, that'll be really interesting. So PS5 through Sony, there's going to have tournaments coming to their different games. So you can sign up for the tournaments directly from your console and play in a tournament. And then they have various prizes you can win too. So it looks like it's going to be hosted all through Sony.
What do you think the prizes are going to be?
Probably avatars and stuff. I don't think anybody's going to win any money.
They should be winning. We should be winning money out here. That would be fun.
Yeah.
If it's not money, I would be very surprised. What are they going to do? Give you another PlayStation?
I mean, there's lots of things that they can give you that's not money. I just don't.
They're gonna give you a Sonic fur controller. We out here doing it on Xbox side, like
win tournament controllers.
You gotta get the Gucci bag for your system.
That was nice too.
I highly doubt it's gonna be cash prizes because I think they would have said cash prizes, but it's probably just gonna be a bunch of like, I don't know.
Yeah, so it'll still be in beta, but in the coming weeks they'll start to launch the beta for that. But interestingly enough, Sony owns Evo, so the fighting game tournament. Sony owns that, so I can see how integrating native tournaments into your console would be a big W for Sony. And hopefully you don't have to pay money to enter these tournaments and you can just play.
Oh yeah, I hope not. Because like if I'm paying money to enter a tournament and I'm not winning money, I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have advertisements though, so they got to make a penny off it somehow. So they'll probably have advertisements. But yeah, they have your tournament bracketing and live match results and stuff. And I'm sure you'll be able to watch tournaments of your favorite games as well. So looking forward to the PlayStation tournament feature.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
Do you guys remember the time before we had like pro video game players when you were playing like a really competitive game like Rainbow Six 3 or something, you had to go in an online league like separately from the game? Like they had a whole league that you could join and make clans and do tournaments on. Like almost every really competitive game had that on the side, but you had to do it completely separate from the game. And then they started to try and integrate it. And I don't know, I guess it was too much work then to pay out, but
yeah.
But it is cool that it's coming natively. So you can start to watch, because in watching, most people watch things on Twitch. Twitch is now allowing their partners to stream on rival platforms. So they'll probably be able to stream directly from PlayStation if they do start their own streaming service.
That's cool. That's cool. Love the accessibility there.
Yeah, man. So, don't lock anybody down to one platform.
It's
not cool.
Yeah, it's not cool. But yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so previously they had partner exclusivity. So if you were a Twitch partner and getting paid from them, you could only stream on Twitch. But now they're allowing you to stream, on YouTube or whatever streaming platform you choose. So I think Twitch and YouTube are pretty much like the only big players. I know Microsoft released something at one point, but that kind of dissolved really quickly. I don't even remember what it was called.
It's hard to break into these industries when they're already like a big market for them. Like
right. Yeah. Google... Facebook is also a big player in the game too of streaming, live streaming. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Like
so they have Facebook streamers for esports for sure. I don't think Caffeine. No one really streams on Caffeine, but I watch like battle raps live on Caffeine.
What is Caffeine? I've never heard of that.
It's like a live streaming platform, but
nope. See,
hardly anyone uses it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's like,
it's like today's Smack DVD.
Right. So if you're gonna stream, it's most likely gonna be on Twitch. I watch Twitch pretty often, so it'll be nice to see like people can live stream on YouTube. I don't really watch anything live on YouTube ever, but
No, I mean neither do I.
It is nice that they'll have the options. But the only catch is you can't stream simultaneously, so you can't stream YouTube and
both.
Twitch at the same time.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, from a technical standpoint, you got to have some crazy internet to be able to upload your live stream to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So
yeah,
I don't think that would be to anyone's benefit to even try to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good news for the streamers. What else? Sorry, I was trying to figure out how to get us to TV movie news. Couldn't figure it out though.
Man, yeah, we're through the video game stuff, but yeah, TV movie news. So Netflix.
I was gonna say, we're talking about video games. We can move on to the video game show that's getting canceled on Netflix.
I was about to say, yeah. Speaking
I like
games, not surprised at all, though. Not surprised. I mean, actually, I didn't even know that this show was out yet. So, like, that says something.
Yeah, I definitely didn't know it started.
I didn't know it started already. I didn't know it was out. So the fact that I heard no one talk about it, I'm not surprised that it's.
I think I seen it and I was like, oh, I'm gonna check that out, and then yeah.
No, I didn't even
back to it. Never heard anybody say anything about it. Like, I think I went to Netflix and saw like it there, but
that's the thing. I never even saw it. I never even, because like when new shows come out, you see like pop up like on your home screen.
Yeah,
I never even saw that. I never saw it come up at all.
Somehow, every show that they come out with somehow makes it to the top 10 of something. Like, yo, this is the number one in this. Like, how? If we just had a number one, like, what are you talking about?
You know what? Maybe because Netflix knows that I don't like zombie shows, that's why it didn't pop up. Maybe that's why I didn't pop up on my own screen.
I think that has something to do with it too. Like, this is number one for you or you.
Yeah,
you know.
Because I always downvote the zombie stuff. Like, no, I don't like this. Don't show me this on my home screen. So that's probably why. But is anybody upset about this? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know anybody who was watching Resident Evil.
Yeah.
I know there was a little bit of hype leading up to it, but once it came out, so it came out on July 14th. So yeah, a month and a half ago. And yeah, I don't think anyone actually was paying attention to that.
No, not at all.
If there was nothing to watch on TV, maybe I'd be mad. But yeah, there's too much good stuff to watch to even be worried about this at all.
Yeah. There's like a bunch of shows, a bunch of things to watch like this fall, even though it was like over already. But yeah, there's like.
It would be nice to have a really good Resident Evil show, though.
It would be.
I'm not mad at the attempt, but you got to come through.
Yeah, I agree. But another one bites the dust. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens when the next one comes out.
I wonder if this was a Sony Pictures project. Probably wasn't.
I don't know. These video game shows, like, I don't know. I feel like it's risky every time you attempt to do a video game show. So I don't. What's the next video game show coming out? I know they're making one for They're making one for Ghost of Tsushima, right? Or movie?
Yeah, a movie for that. Cyberpunk, that show, I think it comes out this week.
They're making Cyberpunk. Wait, that's an anime though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you have a better shot with an anime than you do with a live action. They're making a Horizon Zero Dawn show. They're making.
Listen, I don't blame them. A lot of these games have really good storylines. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to be able to execute that to screen. You have to expand on it a lot to like make it.
I still have to finish Halo now that I think about it.
Oh, that's another one.
I haven't finished that either.
Was that show good?
It started good. The first episode I enjoyed. Okay. But I heard it got a little cringy.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, apparently Master Chief has relations in the show that people were surprised about.
Well,
yeah, they didn't even need to throw that in there. That was never part of the game,
right?
I missed some missions.
Well, speaking of cringy, let's move on. Urza Miller has apologized to WB Discovery execs in a bid to save the Flash. So, is this all for show? I think so.
Yeah. This topic right here is dragging.
It is dragging. I didn't even really want to put it in there. I'm like, I don't really want to talk about Urza Miller anymore, but whatever. They're going on their apology tour to try to save the movie. So like
we predicted this like a month ago.
We did. It was last week. I feel like it was last week though. It was a month ago.
We've been talking about it for like the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay, so let this
That's
be
what
the
I'm saying,
let
the
this be
topic,
the last time
exactly.
we talk about it until we know for sure what's happening with the Flash. Like, if
Oh no, this movie is coming out. It's coming out, and
but I feel like
whatever.
if they could
That's it.
cancel if they could cancel Batgirl when it was like almost done, I feel like they could also cancel this movie. I don't know.
We'll see.
If
It
they feel
depends on
like
the plot of this movie.
if they really feel like they're not gonna get a good return on it because of all this drama, then I feel like they would cancel it.
Yeah,
For
Warner
me,
Brothers is reeling.
I'm gonna repeat my theory. I think this movie is gonna have something to do with the reboot. That's my best guess.
It's possible, but it looks like Warner Bros. Has found their new Kevin Feige for DC. So maybe they can start the whole thing over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Which happens to be
just
our
Yeah,
next
it's
news article.
the guy that was hosting the investor call I was talking about last week. Like I actually heard like parts of it, and yeah, he sounds passionate. And
yeah.
I mean, I hope I don't want them to fail. Like I want to see good DC stuff. So I hope he puts his actions to his words. Put it like that.
Yeah. So it's just so everyone knows, it's Dan Lin. And what has he done before? So he was an executive producer on the Lego movie, the It films, Godzilla, and he's been called one of the 30 most powerful film producers in Hollywood. So
That's someone you want on your team.
it's a good resume. It's a good resume there. But it would. Yes, I agree with you, Jaja. I don't want them to fail either because it would be really sad after they, advertise this big reboot and boasting about who they're going to bring in to rival Kevin Feige, and then like it still sucks. So I mean, I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember, DC hasn't have their own movie studio or show studio. Like now they're getting a studio dedicated to that. Before it was just like, let me pick a random hero and make a movie. Like,
but so I was thinking about this. How much patience do you guys think that people are going to give to DC? Because when you think about Marvel, when Marvel started, not all of their movies were spectacular, but you knew that they were like, it was like all like leading to something. But like, are we like, if we get a couple bad DC movies, but we know that it's like connected in a bigger 10-year story plot, but like how much patience after already having years of bad DC movies? Like, I feel like the first movie has to be extremely good. Like whatever the first movie is.
What do you think, James? Because I have an answer to that.
Yeah. So from a fan standpoint, I think the stories and characters have to be interesting themselves. So if they're just giving us Batman for the 30th time, I'm like, okay, I've seen Batman enough times. I don't need to see another Batman unless they give us like Batman Beyond and like, okay, now I'm attached to this because this is something that I want to see more of. So I think if they can give us new storylines or new characters that we haven't seen, rebooted 3-4 times in the past decade, then I think they'll have something on their hands.
Yeah, do not reboot Batman, please. Especially since we just got a new Batman. I don't want to see another Batman. So like, just pick somebody and just have him like cameo in somebody else's movie. That's all I have to say about that.
Everyone knows Batman at this point.
Shannon, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, and maybe Aquaman are not going anywhere.
I know, I know they're not going anywhere, but like, don't give me a Batman origin story again. Like, make a movie about freaking make a movie about Robin and have Batman in it. Just don't give me another Batman solo movie, please. I beg you.
So my take on that is, I feel like the comic book nerd fans are a lot similar to like the gaming fans, nerd fans.
Okay.
Like we're more attached to like the product than like let's say I'm a Microsoft fan. You could come out with like Xbox 360 or whatever system I think failed. And if you come back with something good, I'm gonna be right back on it. You know what I mean? I'm riding with you through your failures and your high points. You know what I mean? So I feel like if they come out with some trash, we're gonna go in and tell them about it and not let up. But when they come out with something great, gonna do the same thing. So
yeah, we'll vote with our pockets.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm gonna be like, I'm never watching any DC movie ever again. That's never gonna happen for me, I don't think.
I don't think I'm gonna watch another Batman origin story.
Which is why I know Marvel has me by the what's, because I'm like, geez, like it don't matter what they put out, I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna sit here and watch these 6-minute episodes of Groot for no reason. I'm gonna sit here and watch all this stuff,
Yeah, I don't know. If they tell me that they're making that somebody else is gonna be Batman and they make another trio of Batman movies, I don't know. I think I'm gonna be checked out at that point. I'm gonna have to get a summary. I don't think I'm gonna watch
I
it.
think it depends on the Batman.
Eh,
If Idris Elba came out as the new Batman, we're watching.
okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm watching that yesterday.
I can hear people
Now-
complaining about that now. I can hear the complaints.
Now, if it was Michael B. Jordan,
No.
We can hear Shannon's complaints.
Yo, what if Michael B. Jordan was Nightwing? Idris and Michael B. Jordan, that's lit. Yo, tell me that's not lit.
That's quite a budget for that
Yo,
movie.
DC, you're giving you IP for free right now. Get Michael B. Jordan and Idris on the phone and do Batman and Robin.
No,
Nightwing,
do not get Michael.
do.
Do not get Michael B. Jordan. Get any other black man who's a better actor. Thank you.
Oh, I think that would be dope. Nah, I want Idris for Green Lantern, no lie. I think he
Yes.
would be the perfect Green Lantern.
Yes, I agree.
I've been saying that.
All right. So while we're talking about superhero things, we're gonna jump from DC. We're gonna jump over to Marvel. Let's talk about She-Hulk. How did you guys feel about this latest episode? Do you feel better about it than the first week? I do.
Y'all feel better about it.
I do. I thought
I am riding high on this show.
I know that
It
you
surprised
like it,
me.
of course.
It surprised me.
The first episode was good. Didn't have any problems with it. Again, I just had a problem with the CGI. I feel like now it's growing on my eyes a little bit. So like I don't know.
Used to it now.
I feel like I didn't have the same problems this week. But this episode was really good. So it kind of made me also overlook it a little bit.
Yeah, it was. They started dropping some gems on us. I feel like it ended abruptly. I don't know why I was thinking these episodes were going to be an hour long.
I
So when it
know.
ended, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, because when I watch these Marvel shows on Disney Plus, the first thing I always look at is how long it is when like I start it. The first episode was 48 minutes. I was very surprised when this episode was only half an hour. I was like, what? These shows are too short. Why is it only 30 minutes?
I mean, I
Crazy.
start to get nervous and I'll even tap the screen and be like, how much I got left? Okay,
Yeah.
5 minutes, 6 minutes. Oh man. Yeah, I've done that before.
They give us these short episodes, then they only give us a few episodes. And I'm just like, I feel like you can't do this. This can't be the thing.
So what surprised me out of this show is that I feel like out of all the shows we've gotten recently, this one is moving the MCU plot forward a little bit.
Okay. Yes. I agree.
Like in terms of like relating to recent events and stuff like that.
Yes.
Like it's tying a lot of things together. Like we got Abomination, an explanation on him, so that's bringing Shang-Chi back, and I don't know. They've been I feel like it's just moving the plot forward somehow.
It is, and I do like because like as soon as we saw Abomination, like when she went to go visit, what's his name? His human name again? Does anyone remember?
Yeah. I forget.
No. Okay.
Yeah, I forgot.
I don't want to get it wrong.
When she went to go visit him in the jail, I was like, how is he in jail when we just saw him in Shang-Chi? And then I was like, oh, because I was like wondering like when this was happening. I was like, oh, it's happening concurrently. Makes sense. I like how my question was answered because I was a little bit confused. There was also like there's like a whole bunch of little Easter eggs in there. There was like an X-Men Easter egg in there somewhere. What else was in there?
Like there was I think it was an ad on the wall or a newspaper article that said something about a guy fighting in a bar with claws, iron claws or something like that. That's pretty cool.
There was a couple other ones too that I'm forgetting now, but I watched a breakdown of it and I was like, oh, I like missed this the first time. I meant to watch it again before this podcast, but
yeah, shout out to New Rockstars. I like that our homegirl. I wish I had her name. She's doing the breakdowns.
The one with the purple hair, right? Yes, she is.
I mean, she's good. Sometimes she sounds like she's reading from a script, but other than that, I like her.
Yeah. I feel like they do read from scripts. I feel like everyone except Eric Voss reads from a script, but I feel like it's because they're trying to be as detailed as him when they do the breakdowns. Eric Voss went on vacation. He went on his honeymoon because he just got married, and like I'm glad he's back because somebody did a breakdown of. Never mind. I forgot what the breakdown was for, but I'm forgetting.
How funny is it that we could watch a show and then watch a breakdown of the show and then have a show about the breakdown of the show's breakdown? There's levels.
Yes, there is. Now I'm reviewing the breakdowns too. 100%.
Right.
100%.
Nah, he's become a staple though.
He has, for sure. For sure. He was back for Game of Thrones. He did the Game of Thrones. He did not Game of Thrones. He did the House of Dragon breakdown. And I was like, thank you. He's back. But he was on his honeymoon for a little while. But yeah, this show is actually really good. Like I said, and then I like how we are getting connection to Shang-Chi. We're getting like Hulk going into like his next phase. He's going back to Sakaar. So like that's like a Planet Hulk foreshadowing, maybe. We'll see. They have not announced anything like that.
I was gonna say, if we get Daredevil on the last episode, I'm gonna be so mad.
I don't know where he's gonna come in because like he's in New York and she's like in LA. So I'm trying to figure out.
Okay. I didn't put that together.
Yeah, she's on the West Coast.
Got it.
So I just don't know where their paths are gonna cross. I mean, I'm sure they at some point, but I just don't know like how that's gonna happen.
I mean, there's probably an easier way to get her from from LA to New York than vice versa. But I feel like there's a very simple way to do all of that.
I mean, I guess we'll see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to.
Maybe he could come to LA and they could start a West Coast Avengers or something like that. You know.
I'm glad that this one is 9 episodes though, because we still have 7 weeks. We have 7 episodes to look forward to still. So a lot can happen in that time. So I'm glad that they gave it that amount, and they should give all the shows that amount. TBH.
Yeah, if they're gonna do 30-minute episodes.
For sure.
And I love how much references there is to like the movies and other shows. Like, we gotta keep that going.
Yeah, we do, because I feel like this show is going to be the one that kind of like brings everything together and pushes us into the next phase. I think.
Yeah, the rest felt like they were kind of in a vacuum, like they were just off on their own, doing their own thing. But this feels like, all right, we're back in the MCU now.
Yeah, yep, for sure. So I'm enjoying it, regardless of the CGI. I'm enjoying it. It's good. It's great.
I've accepted that the budgets for the CGI for those characters were different, and you can just tell.
Of course.
Yeah. Sometimes when it only really bothers me when it's close up on her face and she's talking and the lip syncing gets like out of whack. But other than that, it doesn't really bother me super much. But yeah, it could take you out of the show sometimes.
It could. But yeah, fantastic show so far. Looking forward to see where it goes. Another fantastic show so far, House of Dragons. I think it surprised all of us. Maybe not James, because
dragon roar, applause sound effect for this show, man. I am so freaking hyped. It's not even funny.
Me too. And I think everyone besides James, because James didn't like Game of Thrones in the first place. But everyone went into this kind of like a little apprehensive about if it was like, after the ending of Game of Thrones, which I feel like we should have. The same people are not writing it, so like I kind of felt a little bit better about it. If the same people were writing it that gave us that shitty ending, then I'd be like, no. But
listen, I was nervous until we saw the trailer. Once we saw the trailer, I was gun ho.
Yeah, the trailer. Ready. But even when I saw the trailer, I was still a little like, okay, we'll see. But I feel like as soon as it started, I feel like I was hooked right away. That's how I felt.
Feeling is back.
Yeah, and it was like such a good episode. It was such a good first episode. Good character building or introduction and character building, like good like there was so much like action and gore and like a whole bunch of like traumatic things like just thrown in your face the first episode, where I feel like in Game of Thrones the first episode it was very slow and like nothing really happened till the last second of the first episode. So like I feel like there was just a lot happening.
I would disagree with you a little bit. I was traumatized by the second half of that episode.
Of this episode.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like everything happened, like a whole bunch of stuff happened in this episode. But in
you're saying that it was slower in the original?
Yeah, in the first episode of Game of Thrones, it was very slow. But like this one, like there was a lot going on, like the whole entire episode. And I feel like it was, it was enough to hook you in right away. James, I'm very interested to hear your opinion on it, since you've never really liked Game of Thrones.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely agree with your point. So I tried watching Game of Thrones. In the first episode, it was just dragging along, and I was like, all right, when's anything gonna happen? At first I was feeling similar to this, so I was watching it, and then I was thinking to myself, like, is this House of Dialogue or House of Dragons? Because they were doing nothing but talking. I was like, when is something?
Can I answer that for you? Yes, this show's called House of freaking Dialogue, James. It is.
Yeah, it was,
and it's some good ass dialogue.
I was sick for a while. I was like, nothing's happened. Everyone's just talking. They're politicking the whole time about who's going to be the next successor. And then finally some stuff started happening. Yeah, well, yeah, they like gave that lady a C-section out of nowhere, and I was like, all right, stuff's happening now. And they were jousting, and then then I finally saw a dragon, and then I was like, okay, I'll stick with this. So,
well, James, when you say you finally saw a dragon, you saw a dragon like the first 5 minutes of the episode. What do you mean?
I must have been looking away then, because I was like, where's the dragons at?
Yeah, it opened with dragons.
James already wasn't paying attention from the
She rode the dragon. They were talking about her fly the dragon for like the first 15 minutes of the episode.
I may have to rewatch
Everywhere
it.
she went, you smell like dragon on dragon back. Why are you on dragon back?
Yeah, let me rewatch it because I was sick. I was like, I've not seen a single dragon yet.
Oh my god, James, what were you doing?
Wow. I was probably washing the dishes or something.
I love like the words that I've never heard like from medieval times. Like I'm trying to remember the one when he was scolding his brother for like having the party after his son died, and he was like, "You're over there with your whores and your fiddlesticks."
Oh, yeah.
Something he said that was like, yes.
I remember that. He did. I think fiddlesticks was the word that he used. Actually,
it was something weird. I'm like, what is that? It's a fiddlestick. And then when you think about it, you could probably put the context together. I don't know.
I had the same question. I was like, what does that mean? I laughed.
I liked how it started off kind of where Game of Thrones ended. I don't know if you peeped that, but like, you know how Game of Thrones ended with everyone gathering, the lords coming to choose a successor or who's going to rule the realm. Kind of started off like that with this show. Everyone was traveling on the King's Landing to choose a successor. So I like that little Easter egg. I haven't heard no one talk about that.
Yeah. I'm trying to look up the definition of I don't know if that's exactly the word you use.
Gonna have to change the rating of this podcast after you see it.
I don't think it means anything like that. But like I have to go back and get the.
To me, it sounded like some type of alcohol, but then when you think of everything, it could be another thing. But yeah, I'll keep it at alcohol.
But it was kind of easy for me to predict what was going to happen. Watch from this first episode, not for the whole thing, but like for a portion of it. Like to me, it's fairly obvious that the father. Well, it's not like I don't know this for sure. I'm just giving my theories. I think that the father. King Viserys is going to marry Alicent, and then they're going to have a child who might be a son. That is my theory, my early theory for this show.
I'm pretty sure they told us the whole story in Game of Thrones because they told that story about the king for one day in Game of Thrones. I remember hearing it. Yeah, I don't remember. Like a lot of these stories have just been told in Game of Thrones and they come into life right now. But I remember specifically that whole, or maybe somebody was talking about the prequel, but I think in Game of Thrones they mentioned that about what happened with him having a kid for one day and then being the heir for one day and that whole thing.
Interesting. I don't think I remember that, but I do strongly feel like the Hand, Otto, he definitely pimped his daughter out to the king, and I feel like he's gonna be a villain.
Definitely trying to.
Yeah, I think it's gonna work. We're gonna see, for sure.
This is Game of Thrones. Everybody's trying to go for the top spot, baby. This is it.
How do you feel about Daemon? Do you think that Daemon will be the ultimate villain, or do you think that he's just a very misunderstood character?
So I like him because he's more likable than Joffrey.
Of course.
I don't think we can get any more unlikable than Joffrey or the guy that he looks like, Daenerys's brother or whatever. Oh
yeah.
Him and Joffrey are like the epitome. They're like the bottom of the barrel.
I think her brother's name was Viserys too, wasn't it?
I think so. I think he was named after him. Yeah, they look alike.
Yeah,
but the guy he's named after is much cooler than him. Like, I'm sorry, those two were the bottom of the bottom. So any like evil guy they show now is going to be cooler than them. I'm sure.
But do you think that he's evil though, or do you think that he's just misunderstood? Like, what do you think? Evil. How do you think? Where do you think his arc is going from here?
He went and murdered a whole bunch of people randomly for no reason. Castrated. Like he's evil as heck.
James, what do you think?
You can tell he has a little incesty side to him.
Oh yeah. So, but that's like normal in their family. Yeah, like they all is coming. Yeah, for sure. They all like married each other. Like I was reading like more like I was reading more about the family, and like the mom that died from the C-section, Aemma and Viserys. They were cousins, and then just there's a whole bunch of incest going on in that family. That's how they keep the dragon bloodlines pure. So
I was so hyped from the show that I wanted to start Game of Thrones over while I'm watching this, but that's a lot of work, and I didn't. I just watched the first episode again. But I'm thinking about it, and I feel like this show is gonna have a lot of the stories that they were telling in that show, like just brought to life.
The fact that what was most upsetting to me about this episode was that they foreshadowed the prophecy of all of Game of Thrones, like the White Walkers and the long winter, the long night, that they like completely botched in the end. So like it makes me just think about like how much better they could have done that. The fact that they are foreshadowing it now, and then like basically a whole 8 seasons of build up resulted to one episode of.
They could have did another 2 or 3 seasons easy.
Yeah, for sure. So that was a little disappointing. I'm like, well, we all know how that turned out. It sucked. So I don't know. It wasn't so dangerous because all the characters survived. All the main characters survived it, so it wasn't that dangerous. But
imagine if they just come out with like the director's cut, the real last season. They just do it all over.
They should do it over. They should do it over again.
I would watch it
with whoever's
100% watch it.
Whoever the showrunner is for this show, they should just make it over again with that same person, and just do it over for sure. I don't know, but yeah. So I enjoy it. I'm very much looking forward to watching it now. I'm very excited to watch tonight's episode. And yeah, so the House of Dragon premiere was the most watched series premiere in HBO history. 10 million viewers on the first day for the premiere. So.
Nice. What a shame HBO is doing away with itself.
I know.
Right?
I know. And it's already been renewed for a second season. So that just says a lot about how this season is going to go. In a time where
this makes me worried about which streaming platform I'm gonna have to get. Like, well, am I gonna have to get Discovery Plus or?
Yeah, I think so. It's
just
merging into one, right?
Over.
Yeah, I think so. But in a time where like things on HBO are getting slashed left and right, I mean, I knew that they weren't going to cancel this, but like this is welcome news that we have a season 2 to look forward to.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. There's some things that they just cannot touch, like multiverses, House of Dragons. And probably the main lineup of DC superheroes that you hate. They can't touch that stuff. And what is it? Oh, frick. Nah, forget it. I'm forgetting something. That's from Discovery Plus, the 90 Day Fiance universe.
They can't touch that either, I guess. People love that show, so I guess not. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. And James, I'm glad you like it too.
Yeah, just show me more dragons.
After this, you should just watch Game of Thrones.
You gotta watch Game of Thrones.
I just watched Harry Potter,
bro. It's not only about the dragons. We had wolves, freaking huge dire wolves in Game of Thrones. They show you them in the beginning of the first episode. They get the little wolf babies. Those things grow to be huge, and they're awesome.
And then
I may try to stomach through. If I can find somewhere to watch it at 2x speed, then
dire wolves and dragons. That alone, that's it. You sold me on dire wolves and dragons.
Yeah, actually, if at the end of this, I'm like, oh man, this is great. Then I want to know more. Then I'll probably watch Game of Thrones. But I have tried watching Game of Thrones before, and I just was not interested from the first 2 episodes. So this is definitely more interesting.
I think I remember on my first watch of like in the beginning of Game of Thrones, it's hard to get into with all the names and places they throw in.
That's how I thought about the show. I'm like,
but once you get into it, it's like, oh, and then especially when you're watching the theme song and they show you the whole map of Westeros and where everything is, and once you start to get that, it's like, oh snap. Like, this is crazy. Those people were right here. That's where they were going. This is where this is happening at. And it shows like it's a lot.
That's how I feel about this show though. They have a lot of very similar sounding names. Like the main character, her name is Rhaenyra, right? But then the cousin, the one who was supposed to be queen, but like she got passed over. Her name is Rhaenys. I'm just like, why are they so close sounding? It's confusing. She just gave her a completely different name with a different letter at the front. I don't know.
And isn't the uncle married to Rhea from the Vale or something like that? Like,
yeah, it's a whole bunch of different.
The names, I have to learn the names. Like, that's the commitment, learning the names and places. But after that, everything starts to make sense.
Yep, for sure. But yeah, looking forward to it. Love it already. I hope it only goes up from here and not down.
Right, Rhaenyra, I like her a lot. I like her better than Daenerys.
I like her too. I don't know if I like her better than Daenerys, but I do like her as well. We'll see. It's too early to tell. It's too early.
They got me. I'm sorry. I'm a sucker.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. So we'll see what happens. We're gonna be back next week to talk about episode 2, and hopefully feel the same way about it. I kind of want to, before we end, I kind of just want to get James's quick thoughts on Dragon Ball Z superhero. Stupid title.
Oh yeah,
talk about it.
Dragon Ball. I actually liked it a lot. I've been
too.
seeing it getting some poor reviews, but I mean, I wasn't expecting anything groundbreaking. Like, this Dragon Ball Z has been out for decades, so like you kind of know what to expect. But yeah, I mean, Gohan finally got some love. He's
finally
like the main hero. Actually got another dub since the Cell Saga, which was that was decades ago too.
He gets a new power up.
Yeah, he got a new power up. I mean, his power, it didn't look as cool as some of the other power ups they've been given, but I mean, it seems like they're running out of ideas because like his hair got physically big. Like, his hair was actually big, so that was kind of.
Is it like on God level? Like,
not quite God level, but it's he definitely does have a power up beyond his like old Mystic Gohan form. So that was cool. And Piccolo even got a power up, which was
I heard about that.
Yeah, not really a power up, but yeah, orange Piccolo.
I was upset that he changed color. I'm like, why? But okay. But yeah, he did get.
I would have rather him get like a darker green or like a different color green or something.
Yeah, not like orange.
Yeah, weird. I guess changing colors you don't get a power up unless you change color.
Exactly. Or your hair grows.
But I think people were upset because Goku and Vegeta weren't really in the movie, and I'm just like, shut up! Like, aren't you tired of seeing them and everything being about them? Like, come on.
Yeah. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah, I was glad that they were fine. Yeah, because like you said, like Gohan, like he doesn't get, like, everyone trashed on Gohan and he doesn't really get a lot of. I was happy that this movie was about him and not Goku and Vegeta.
Yes, because I've always said Team Gohan Cell Saga, that is my favorite Dragon Ball Z character.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yep. I want to see next a movie about Goten and Trunks.
I was just about to say that.
They need more shine.
They do. They need their own thing. And Trunks is my favorite character. They need their own movie that we're like focus on them for sure. Because they weren't really in this movie enough either.
And my whole thing with them is like there's nothing at stake with them because they have their parents, their brothers, everybody's fighting the villains for them. It's like they don't really have nothing to lose, you know what I mean? Like, they're never gonna be put in harm's way unless everybody else is already dead, you know what I mean? So it's like, how do you get
or preoccupied doing something else?
Yeah,
like Goku and Vegeta, they're preoccupied doing something else.
I mean, if you want some filler show or movie about them go camping or fishing, learning how to swim or something, and but I want to see something where something's at stake, like their life is on the line, like, and we get a super crazy power up from them. But like, yeah, nothing's been super serious around those characters at all.
Yeah, but I would like to see it though. I'm tired of seeing the same two people over and over again. How much more can we power up Goku and Vegeta? I feel like it's getting a little ridiculous at this point. Exactly. So I feel like we need to
let them retire.
Focus on someone else for sure, and just let them help. That's all I have to say about that.
I'm sad in the manga right now. I'm still not tired of the power up. The power ups are still making sense to me, and not only that, the recent power ups are making more sense than any other power up they ever got.
Really,
they're more catered towards them. Like, it's not just, we're both Super Saiyan now. We're both like 100 times more stronger than we were, faster, stronger, whatever. Now it's like they have different powers, like distinct powers.
All right, I guess we'll see. I don't know. What bothered me really was the little bit of fan service that they tried to like push into this movie, and I'm like, this feels like kind of weird because like Dragon Ball Z doesn't really Dragon Ball Z doesn't have a lot of fan service. So like the fact that they like tried to sneak it in there, I'm just like, what is this? What is happening? Didn't like it. It was weird. That was my one complaint. It was cringy.
Are we going to describe the fan service, or should I just
You'll see it when you watch it.
For the viewers, I mean, they don't know what you're talking about.
Listen. If you saw no. If you saw the movie, you know what I'm talking about. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see the movie. But it was just like a little bit of fan service involving Bulma, and like,
got it.
Okay. I just feel like it wasn't necessary at all. Like, not at all. It was weird. It was cringy. But when you see it, you come back and
Well,
tell me.
Bulma has been that type of. If we were gonna get fan service from somebody, it would be Bulma. She's like mad conceited, and she thinks she's hot shit.
Well, of course, it makes sense to get it from her, but like, it's not really something that's been included in Dragon Ball Z before, ever. Really, it was never heavy on the fan service. The way that this movie was trying to be. So I don't know. It was just a little weird.
Got me hyped. The show should be around the corner. When they're gonna make the announcement for the anime? That's all I'm waiting for. When there's a movie, the anime usually is not that far behind.
Right.
True. That's true. But yeah, it was good. I give it. I definitely don't consider it. I know, like, a lot of people, like, to your point, James, a lot of people didn't like it or were calling it like a filler movie, which is what I said last week because that's what I was hearing. That's what I was reading. But I didn't think it was a filler movie. I thought it was great.
Yeah,
it's okay to focus on other characters. I give it an 8. That's my rating.
Was it better than Broly?
I still haven't seen Broly to this day.
Shannon.
Broly's better. It's a little bit more canon, but I mean, it's a good movie regardless.
Okay, because that Broly movie was epic to me, but I'm gonna watch this one.
Yeah.
By next week.
From what I've seen of Broly in this movie, because he was in it a little bit, I was like, would I have even liked this movie if I saw it? I don't know. He just seems like a stupid person that doesn't talk. I don't know. Like, why?
Well,
if you're only interested
half the movie is just them fighting, so there's I like it a lot.
This movie had a little bit more of a story to it, which is what I enjoy. I like when things. That's the problem I have with Dragon Ball Z, honestly, is like there's very little plot and more. It's all fighting. So I like this movie because it had a story to it.
If I told you that in the recent chapters of the manga, we learned more about Goku's dad.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Would that get you excited?
It would.
Well, we'll see when Dragon Ball Super comes back.
Yes.
Got a long ways to go before you find that out, but yeah, it's there.
And yeah, a lot of callbacks to Dragon Ball in this movie.
Classic moments.
Classic moments from Dragon Ball. So if you've never seen Dragon Ball, Gen Z, talking to you, then I don't like. I feel like some of it might have went over their head because I feel like none of Gen Z has watched.
Some of Dragon Ball went over my head, and I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan.
I love Dragon Ball.
You asked me to go back and watch Dragon Ball right now. Like, I want to, but yeah, I don't.
Dragon Ball is so good. You should. I love Dragon Ball. I do.
Usually, it starts off right when Vegeta when Raditz comes to Earth. That's when the Dragon Ball Z franchise starts for most people.
Well, everyone should go back. If you've never seen Dragon Ball, you should definitely go back and watch it. It is good. It's great.
I feel like it was. Is there like an uncut version? Is that the version that's out, or is it like the Funimation like American version?
I watch.
I remember back in the day, like they used to show like all types of stuff, like Goku naked and them cursing and using the middle finger and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, they did. That show was very out there, and like I think Funimation has the uncut version because I think I watched it on Funimation.
Yeah, it's
a few years ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And they had all that stuff in there. All right. Is there anything else before we wrap?
No, none here.
All right. Well,
that's it.
We will be back next week. As always, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Blerdsnerds, follow us on TikTok at Blerdsnerds_pod, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and rate, review, and subscribe on your podcast listening app of choice. As always, I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
Jaja.
Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Peace.